Hey everyone, it's Gray Newfield here. I'm going to show you a quick demo of how the p6d password manager works. So I'm starting off here just on the Amazon website. I'm ready to put in my password. So getting that and visiting the p6d password manager is just as easy as opening a new tab and going over to the site. Currently I'm doing this just on my local host, just because we're testing here, but usually you'd go to the p6d.xyz URL. This automatically connected to my wallet because I've been testing on this computer, so I'm already set up. But if I disconnect here, you can see what the experience would be if you just landed on the page. So in the top right corner, you can see the Connect Wallet button. Once I do this, it will connect to MetaMask or the wallet of my choosing. There are a few options. Ordinarily, that if you were just using this application for the first time, the wallet would ask you to grant permission to the site to allow you to connect. But then going forward, you'd just be allowed to. So I'll click it here. Gives me a choice of MetaMask, Coinbase Wallet, or Wallet Connect, and I plan to add a few others soon, like Portis and Formatic. So I'll click here on MetaMask. That's the one I use. It brings up the data that I currently have stored here. These are my logins that I've saved. It fetched these from the blockchain where I've stored the metadata in encrypted format to secure, like to maintain privacy. But it fetched them from my account, and now we can see them all listed here. We can also see what wallet we're connected to. This account is starts with 709 and ends with 79C8. So that's very easy to identify when we come here in the wallet. We can see same address, 70979C8. So I'll go back out here. You can also see the different network options we have. Again, we're just on localhost right now, but we can be on Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche. I added these L2 or EVM compatible networks like Polygon and Avalanche because they have really low transaction fees and are also very fast compared to the Ethereum network, which is a little bit slower and a lot more expensive lately due to the congestion. So by deploying the smart contract onto all of these, you're able to store your data as a customer on any one of them. So we'll just continue on localhost for now. But we can see my different logins here, like I said. We're on the Amazon site, so I want the password for that. I'll go and click this button here, which is going to get my password. That's going to open up the wallet. Basically, what we're doing is we're signing a message that will generate our password for us. It's using the signing functionality of MetaMask or of any application wallet. So we can clearly see here the signature request. There's a message from the site explaining exactly what's going on. p6d.xyz wants you to sign in with your account. This signature will be used to generate your password, which is never sent nor stored. Once generated, the password is immediately copied to your clipboard and ready to use. We can see the different details here, like the name of the login, the version number, if I've created multiple versions of this password, the date it was created, the date it was last modified, and some of my account details, like the address and the current chain ID. So we'll go ahead and do the signing. One important thing to note is that this functionality is totally free. Reading your data from the chain, decrypting it, and generating passwords is always free once you've created that data. It's the creation of a new password or the modification of an existing one that has a service fee. So here we'll go ahead and sign the message. This automatically copies the password to our clipboard, although if we lost it, we could always click back here on the copy button. So now I'll take my password back to the Amazon site, paste it in, and now we're in Amazon. Um, so just to test out some more of the functionality, why don't we see what it would be like if I wanted to change my password. So I'll come up here, we'll just go to my account, login and security, and we want to change my password here. So it's going to need the current password and my new password. So first I'll paste in the current one, which we have. And now I'm going to add a new one. Or basically, I'm going to replace my existing Amazon password. So we have a special button here for that. This will generate a new version of the password. And again, this is where we start to see the service fees kick in because we're going to write data to the chain. So we're interacting with some of the smart contracts I've written for this application. So go ahead and click that. MetaMask opens up. So we'll see here that we'll be paying for both the gas, that's just like the execution of the smart contract on the network, but there'll also be a fee. That part is still being implemented before the V1 release, but we'll include like a 10-cent fee here. Still trying to nail down the price point. Really, it needs to be cheap enough that it's negligible to the customer, but we would like it to be higher to generate some revenue from using the service. And of course, that will fund further development, keeping the application secure, and continuing to make the experience better. So here I'll confirm my transaction. This is going to update the data on the chain, replace it, and now we'll be able to generate a brand new password. So you can see here that the time is updated and also the version number. So again, we'll go and generate our password. Similar messaging again, but indicating the new password details that we're creating. We'll sign it. And now we're able to go ahead and put our new password in and save the changes. So now this is the new password for our site. Just to show you what the passwords actually look like, I'll just go ahead and paste this here. This isn't my real password, so it's fine. Um, Basically, it's a random string of characters. This is the result of encoding the digital signature that the wallet produced. The signature itself is a hexadecimal number. Then we encode that in base 64 to get this string and take just a piece of it. It would be much longer if we took the whole thing. This is just the last 24 characters. Um, but actually, I'm going to add some customization in the new release that will allow customers to specify what kind of characters they want in here, the length, the number of special characters, which special characters. This will allow customers to customize their passwords to the needs of whatever site they're using. So that's what it's like to use a password and to replace one. Now I want to show you how to delete and also how to add, of course. So why don't we go ahead and we'll just delete this password. This is the last button here. Again, this is an on-chain transaction to actually remove the data that's associated with your account. So we'll go ahead and confirm that deletion, and then we see that it's deleted here. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a new password, and we'll see what that looks like. So let's say I wanted my Amazon password back again, and I just created like a new Amazon login. I'll type in this name for the login, and then I'll go ahead and click the Add Login button. This will open up our wallet, create a new transaction. We'll confirm that. And then we can see we've got our new Amazon password here, the time it was created, the version number. We can go ahead and generate it to see what the password would actually be. And we can compare it to this other one. So you can clearly see here that, let's say I paste in the new one, it's different than the old one. That's one of the features of digital signatures is it's virtually impossible for us to recreate the same password again. And we'll deterministically always get the same password given the same inputs. So those are good properties to have in a password manager. So yeah, that's the basic functionality of adding and creating passwords. Um, we're able to very easily use this with any site because we're just opening up a new tab and visiting it. It feels very similar to using an application like Google. Before we could search in the top bar of a browser here, everyone would just go to the Google homepage and type and begin a browsing search there. I think it'll be a similar experience here in terms of opening up the password manager and using it while you're browsing the internet. Um, yeah, and we can see here when we're done, we'll just disconnect our wallet and it'll send us back to this regular page. And we're easily able to view all of our data again once we connect. So that's pretty much it for the p6d demo. This will be done, ready for release in the next few weeks and available for customers to test. I'll be actively getting feedback from them and continuing to add new features as we work towards version 2. Thanks a lot for watching.